Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. This would have been an awesome sealed pack. I know I say those all the time, but this this would have been an amazing one. Double Resolute Survivor, Burning Fist Minotaur. Look at that. With a braid, just all the uncommons for your Boros aggro deck, and then you got Blur of Blades and Gilded Ceradon to boot as well. And even Jeru's Renunciation, although I'm not that excited by that one. But here I think we're going to take a braid. I almost want to say Burning Fist is a better card, but a braid is probably still worth a ticket or two, I imagine. Well, it's worth a ticket, but, well, I mean, maybe I don't actually know. 2 mana, instant, 3 damage, or sometimes hitting an artifact is relevant. God, Burning Fist just puts people away. It really does just put people away. This card is so crazy good. But I guess we're going to take the Abrade. Not even because it's worth a ticket, but because it just feels like it should be the pick. I don't know. That one is actually challenging for me. This one's a little bit less challenging. We're probably just going to slam this Desert's Hold. It's a great card. There's also Ifnir Deadlands in here. Hope Tinder, which I surprisingly have come to appreciate quite a bit. Not as much as Ronus' Stalwart, but I still like it quite a bit. And we also have the Bone Slasher, a Devastator, some Desert. I do like the Deadlands, but we're going to clearly take Desert's Hold here pretty happily. Well, now we have the Sand Strangler, which we can probably just take over Puncturing Blow. 4 mana, 3/3 that kills something is generally very good, so we'll take that. There's also a Torment of Venom in here. And Rampaging Hippo, Bitterbow Sharpshooters. We'll keep our eyes on things. For now, let's just take the strongest card, and I think that is the Sand Strangler. Okay, so what's the best pick now? So there's a Wildfire Eternal, which I don't think is that special. I actually really don't particularly like this card. It is a zombie, though, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think the Afflict 4... Most of the time, it basically is... It's almost like an unblockable 1/4. I don't think the instance or sorcery for free comes up all that often. There's Ramunap Ruins. We have 2 desert cards already, so I probably just take that. Or is the Cycle Desert just better? I assume if we do actually end up in Boros, we're going to want a desert that can just kill our opponent, which would probably end up better than the cycling one. I think. That's my opinion on that. I think lands that deal damage, probably in your best interest to take that. So we're going to take it over the Kenra, the Titan, the Active Heroism. There's a Bone Slasher in here, which is pretty good, but take the Ruins. Maybe even wheel the Dunes of the Dead. If I got enough sack desert, I could see myself possibly playing that. I've been meaning to make a Dunes of the Dead, a deck that can actually play Dunes of the Dead. Wow, what a gift. Steward of Solidarity. Plus there's a Puncturing Blow in here too? Jeez. I think we're going to take the Steward. This is a premium 2-drop, makes an army, works just exceptionally well with your Trial of Solidarity. You can even play Pursue Glory with a card like this. If you get enough little token generators, it gets much better. Puncturing Blow keeps us straight red, which may leave us open for a more open color later. But you can never have enough 2-drops, basically in any format. I can't think of any format where you can have too many 2-drops. But like I said, Steward is a pretty exceptional one. So we're going to take it over the Puncturing Blow, even though I think Puncturing Blow is very good too. Okay, finally have to pick something that's not that good here. Isn't Solemnity actually, for some reason, worth... I wouldn't think there'd be a lot of decks that you'd need to sideboard against. Well, it's only worth 60 cents anyway. So there's a late... Well, it's not late. We're only on 6th pick. So Hope Tinder, Riddle Form. Both very good. On color, we have a Kindled Fury, which is not particularly exciting, though playable. And then a God Pharaoh's Faithful, which is a good sideboard card to have. We have... Right now, we're evenly split between red and white. I guess we have an extra one with the Ruins, but all 4 of our cards are very premium in both of our colors. These are very premium cards. So I would prefer to try and continue down this path, if we can, which I guess means we're going to cut the red from this pack and take the Kindled Fury, just so nobody can take it later. Now we can easily take this Farm to Market, which is a fantastic card. We're going to take it over the Desert of the True, over the Gilded Ceradon. Be happy with that. Chandra's Defeat is an excellent sideboard card. Otherwise, we take Thorn Moloch, which is actually fine too. But I may actually want the Chandra's Defeat. I would prefer it if I could make a deck that didn't have to run Thorn Malik. Obviously, this card is at its best in red-blue. I like it all well and good enough. It does have first strike when attacking too, which is kind of nice. But Chandra's Defeat has to be an exceptionally good sideboard card. 1 mana, instant speed, 5 damage to a red creature. Potentially a red planeswalker. I'm sure it doesn't come up all that often, but still. Instant 5 damage to a red creature is very, very good. I think I'm going to take it over the Thorn Malik and hope that we don't actually even need to play a Thorn Malik. Now we can easily take this Resolute Survivors over the Blur of Blades and be happy with that. We already have this Exert thing, which is kind of cool. And red-white is where you're going to find all the Exert, so I like it. Here I think we're just going to cut white and take the Dutiful Servants. Traveler's Aim, it doesn't strike me as a card we're probably going to want or need anyway. Late blue cards that are both playable, but we'll take the Dutiful Servants and just cut white. Do our best to do that. Take another Kindled Fury here. Take the Kenra. Leave the blue cards. Fantastic start for our deck. We have premium removal spells, Desert's Hold, Farm to Market, Upbraid, Sand Strangler. We have the Resolute Survivors as well, the Steward. We picked up a lot of premium cards here. And we have some second and third tier stuff with the Kindled Fury and the Defiant Kenra. Unexciting cards, but certainly playable in a pinch. And I think we managed to cut red and white reasonably well there. Someone took the foil Resolute Survivors, but wheeling the other one is still a good sign. It would tell me at least there's not multiple players in red-white, but remember that pack also had a Burning Fist Minotaur in it as well, which was probably the second pick, honestly. All right, we're going to leave someone, the Reed Stalker, but no regrets taking the Upbraid. I mean, it is a fantastic removal spell. So, difficult. Imminent Doom. You know what's funny is Imminent Doom is a fun card to play, but I think I just got to take the Open Fire. Like, maybe we'll even wheel the Imminent Doom. Honestly, it's not a very popular card, and I would totally play it in here, but this deck is looking so pretty that I would rather just keep it with super-powered cards like the premium nature of Open Fire, which we're taking over Dauntless Haven and Firebrand Archer, both of which would be great cards for our deck. But taking Open Fire, crossing our fingers we can wheel that Imminent Doom. It's not a super popular card. There is a chance. There's actually a lot of powerful cards in here. We can probably do a count, like 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a chance that it wheels. There is a chance that it wheels. I don't think it's super good chance, but there is a chance. Like, no one's going to want the Moaning Wall. No one's going to want the Dutiful Servants. There's a good chance the Kenra wheels, the Cunning Survivor, the Torment's probably going to wheel. So it is possible to wheel the Imminent Doom, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. We're going to take the Open Fire. Another Wildfire Eternal. Well, no one cares. Sunscourge Champion's a fantastic card. I love it. I like Dauntless Haven a lot. I like the Sandblast a lot, but I think we're going to take the Champ. This is one of my favorite cards from the set. I think it's phenomenal in this format. I think this format has proven itself to be primarily aggressive. I think people sort of disagree with me on that to a certain extent. I think people have found that this format is maybe less aggressive than I do. I agree it's less aggressive than Triple Amonkhet, but it's still, in my opinion, a much of a tempo, aggressive, driven format. There are the rampy decks, which have gotten better, but I still think the aggro beat decks are where it's at. The creature efficiency is just outstanding, out of control in this format. So with that kind of creature and removal efficiency, I think aggro still reigns supreme. And Sunscourge Champion is just a all-around fantastic card to have, whether you're aggressive or facing aggressive decks, because of that substantial life gain plus threat. So we're going to take the Sunscourge Champion. So now we have Dauntless Haven, which I think we're going to take over the Gilded Ceradon. We need some more Exert to really take advantage of it, but it's a great card. It has evasion. No reason to not take it here. I would like another Desert. I'm going to rate Deserts pretty highly if I can. There's an Haven in here, a Blur of Blades. I may take Blur over Sandblast. The damage is certainly relevant if you end up being aggressive, which obviously I'd like to be. We have quite a few 3-drops already. You can get clumped up there. I don't want to get gunked up in 3 if I'm playing Boros aggro. I'm not going to take off-color deserts just to turn on Sand Strangler. And remember, Desert's Hold is still a very good card without a desert. Sand Strangler, not so much. But we can also play Sunscorched deserts out of pack 3, which are still not very popular cards. I'm going to take the Blur over the Sandblast. I don't actually know if this is right or not, but I really like this card. It's cheap and very effective way to just kill an opponent. Here we go. So we're going to take the White Desert now over the Avon and the Steadfast Sentinel. No regrets on that one. A nice desert pickup for us. Vizier of the True is a fantastic card. There's also another Sandblast in here, but we're going to take the Vizier. We already have Exert. We have a couple Exert. I would like more, but it's fantastic with Dauntless Avon too. It's a very good card. Dauntless Avon, or Vizier of the True, is a very good card. We're passing all these Sandblasts, I understand, but what do you know? We get one anyway. Actually, now we're taking the farm to market. Just keep passing Sandblast because I guess we have better ones. Just the strictly better farm to market over Sandblast. So we'll take it. So now there's Leave to Chance, which I think we will actually take here. I don't want to main deck it, but it's a very good card to play if your opponent is doing the Unquenchable Thirst, Desert's Hold, Compulsory Rest, laden deck. It can do a lot of work. It's even, it's honestly, it's even good if your opponent, say, has like an Hour of Devastation, a Bantu's Last Reckoning. If they have something like that in their deck too, just 2 mana instant speed, protect all your guys is pretty good too. So we'll take it. Defiant Kenra we'll take. Would prefer to not play it, but if we have to, I totally will. Okay, we can take the Dunes of the Dead now. I think I totally can play it. I don't see why we couldn't. Alright, get another Kenra. So we have all these Defiant Kenras, which I would love to upgrade. We're going to take the Faithful here to cut white, and it's a good sideboard card to have. So our deck needs better creatures. The creatures we have actually some pretty good ones. I would like to get some better ones. I'd like to upgrade some of these quite a bit. Let someone have Tragic Lesson. Yeah, so I would prefer to not play Defiant Kenras. Actually, if I could get rid of the Defiant Kenras and the Steadfast Sentinel, upgrade those creatures, I think we're in fantastic shape. But this pack wasn't as good for us as pack 1, but still very good for us. Okay, probably just take Compulsory Rest here. We're aggro, so them gaining life is actually not that good, but 2 mana deal with anything is more exciting than Electrify, and there is no creature in here we want, so Compulsory Rest is just a very nice pickup. If I have to play Defiant Kenras and then hope to just capitalize on top of some pretty premium removal, it's okay. It's not exactly what I'd like to do, but we may not have a choice. I may just have to play some Defiant Kenras. The way it's looking now, we probably are going to end up playing at least one. But we could end up with some good creatures. Here's a nice Emberhorn Minotaur pickup. Fantastic card. We're going to take it over Manticore of the Gauntlet. And that is just fine with me. Decimator Beetle in here, which is very good. Okay, so choices now. We have Trueheart Duelist, Bloodlust Inciter, and Pursue Glory. I'm pretty tempted to take the Inciter. This has Embalm and is pretty good, but I think I'm actually going to go Inciter. There's also a Commit to Memory in blue at the rare. Trueheart Duelist is very good. It's certainly strictly better than Defiant Kenra, but Bloodlust Inciter is a card I've come to appreciate quite a bit, especially in an aggro deck. And just making dudes have haste and come in swinging is very, very good. Could wheel that Pursue Glory. I still think we could potentially play it. It makes our Steward better, and if we end up with enough threats, it can put a game away. It has cycling as well, but we'll take the Inciter for now and be happy with that. So Fling is typically at its best when you have some, I would say 4 power creature. Usually it combos exceptionally well with like Brute Strength. You want to Brute Strength your guy and then swing and then just toss it away and deal a bajillion damage. So it does make it pretty good. We could take the Sunscorched Desert here. There's also Honed Kopesh, which would make our Kenras more of a threat. Not even bad with Steward of Solidarity. You get a 2/2 Vigilance creature instead. There's also Tormenting Voice to help mitigate Flood, which is not bad either. I found this card to be pretty good in those spots. I don't think I'm going to take the Sunscorched Desert. We have 3 already. and we only have 2 cards that even care about deserts, so probably don't need the desert. So it's Fling versus Tormenting Voice. I don't think this is a very good Fling deck. If we for sure get a Brute Strength, it'd be a lot better, but I think we're going to go Tormenting Voice here, actually. Like I said, the mitigating the flood thing is pretty big. True Heart Twins is one of my favorite cards in the format. I love it, and it's pretty good in this deck. Let's see what we got. It's not actually, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's good with Steward in that you exert and you pump your team and you get tokens that get pumped, but it's not good because you don't get to get the value out of your Steward when you exert it. You don't get to attack with the Steward, I should say. So the attack exert guys are going to work a lot better with True Heart Twins. Either way, we're definitely taking True Heart Twins here. It's a phenomenal card. Like I said, one of my favorites from the format. We have Flameblade Adept, which is just a 1-drop. I don't think Winged Shepherd is very good either, so I guess we'll take the Adept. It has Menace, so it can ping some damage. I guess we have Tormenting Voice, which works with it as well, but we don't really have much in terms of cycle or discard other than that, which makes it a little bit worse, but we'll take it. We did get the Brute Strength. Okay, there's Innoketra's Name. We don't have... I'm not even sure we have any zombies. I guess Steadfast Sentinel and Sunscourge Champion can be counted, but clearly taking Brute Strength here. Probably just dump a Kindled Fury. Seems like an easy little swap there, and be fine with that. So another crack at Fling, but we have an Adept and a Sure Shot. We'll take the Sure Shot over the second Adept. We can cut a Kenra for it too. We might actually have to, not have to, but we may just cut the Kindled Fury. I want 15 creatures, so we'll take the Sure Shot. We'll cut the Kindled Fury. We have plenty of removal and tricks in here, so I think that's actually fine. Here, we'll probably just hate the strongest card, which might be either Companion or Vizier. I guess Companion, probably. Weaver of Currents, Naga Vitalist. I guess we'll take the Vitalist. We did get the Pursue Glory back. I may actually play it in here. I'm not sure. What's my weakest? I could play it over a Tormenting Voice. I might actually be okay with that. Tormenting Voice ends up... You discard a land and you draw 2. So you discard your Tormenting Voice and your land and you get 2 more cards. This, you just get to discard it and get 1 more card. But I think the upside of this is pretty substantial. So we'll dump this. Am I going to play Fling? I don't think I am. If I had, basically, like I said, I really want 4 power. We do have the Brute Strength now to combo with it. We have a True Heart Twins and Emberhorn Minotaur that kind of want it. I ran out of time, so I just took the desert because I think I would play this one over Dunes of the Dead. I'm just take the rare, I guess. I don't know if... I don't actually think Fling is quite good enough for this deck. I don't actually know what I would play it over either, because, like I said, we're at a 15 creature count right now. I can't cut... I mean, we have a perfect deck here in terms of our creatures, other than the fact that I do have quite a few creatures that I think are mediocre. Like, the Adept's not very good in here. The Kenras are plainly mediocre. But we have the True Heart Twins, the Strangler, the Minotaur, the Vizier, the Aven, the Champ, the Sure Shot, the Survivors, the Steward. We do have premium creatures in here, so I'm happy about that. We're going to play the Pursue Glory. I don't think this card is great, but it's like your Tier 2 Trial of Solidarity. It can certainly end games. Our removal is very good. Double Farm to Market, Desert's Hold, a Braid, Open Fire, Compulsory Rest. We can deal with anything. We can deal with any fatty. I guess not the 6/7 hexproof, but really what can deal with that? Even Hour of Devastation can't deal with that. You need like a Bantu's Last Reckoning only. So we're going to play the Raminap Ruins, the Desert, and the Sunscorched Desert. We're not going to play the Dunes. I don't want to put too many colorless deserts in my deck. It does have synergy with the Raminap Ruins, but I'd rather just be able to hit my opponent's face for 1 and not have to worry about too many colorless lands, if possible. It looks like just a phenomenal Boros deck, so I do like this deck a lot. We're just going to do an 8/8 split. We're actually not that color intensive, so I'm getting incentivized to play the Dunes of the Dead, but I don't think that I am. I don't think I am. I think we're just going to play this. We'll just play the 1 colorless land and do No, thank you. All right, so we'll do 8, 7, which I think is perfectly reasonable. This is a good-looking deck. Make sure the count is correct here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. Okay. Yes, good-looking deck. I like it a lot. It's my bread and butter. Boros bread and butter, as a commenter eloquently put. Boros bread and butter. This is what it is. Good looking deck. Great deck in the format. Great archetype in the format. Good curve. Good removal. Good creatures. Nothing to complain about with this deck. So we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1.